Hi Magpies, welcome to my Valentine home tour. And Valentine's is also my birthday, so I just like to look at it like they're celebrating my birthday with lots of love, hearts, and chocolate. So welcome to my tour and let's get started. This wreath, you may have seen it in my last year's home tour, possibly the one before. This one is from Amazon. It didn't come with the red velvet ribbon. I just added that because felt like it needed a little bit more pizzazz. This one is also from Amazon. These are like, I don't know what you want to call them. They're not silk, some type of like paper, whatever, and it's on a wire form, and I actually made that. I believe it was 50 red hearts in a box from Amazon, and then another velvet ribbon. This one's just velvet on the edge, but I love it. And it looks more like a triangle than a heart, but you get the idea. This is our entryway. A while back, I forget how long ago, we changed the mirror. I think it was the end of summer. And I love it, love it, love it, love it. The setup's usually the same as far as the lamp and one of the vases, but still love it all very much. And the little paper garland came from Amazon. I've seen it in several other YouTuber videos. I got mine last year. I think it was 8 strands. I forget how much. It'll be linked in my Amazon front, my shop and Amazon storefront if you're interested. If I could talk, but I know it's really cool. And it does fan out, but I was just lazy and pulled it out of the box and stuck it up. And these aren't necessarily Valentine plates, but I just wanted to include them because I like them. This one always makes me think of Little House on the Prairie. And then a beautiful picture of Jesus knocking that my friend Penny gave me. And then these are all branches. They look real, but they too are actually from Amazon. And then I had little samples of like dictionary pages and songbooks and just construction paper, and randomly glued on some hearts to kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz. I like also that it's branches because, you know, right now in the winter time, January, February, we don't have any leaves out yet. So it works well for Valentine's. I got this table runner at an estate sale. I also got these at a recent estate sale. They're velvet and they're so beautiful. Most everything came from estate sales. This actually came from an Etsy shop recently. And this is who they are, Cotton Ridge Handmade. And they included that, and I thought that was so cute, so I left it. This beautiful plate came from my friend Penny. Then I ordered the frame off Amazon and made the little hearts inside. I saw that as an idea on Pinterest and thought it was fun. This vase, which has very vintage feel, came from Amazon, as well as this wonderful kind of rough edge, torn edge velvet. And this is a pop bottle. I don't know what the pop is, but it has hearts on it and it's a light pink. And I just thought it was perfect for Valentine's and unique. I have never seen a pop bottle with hearts on it. This came from an estate sale and I got it in remembrance of my mama because it says the ones we love never truly leave us. And it's a sand dollar, and it's got a date on it for 2012, which is the year she passed away. So I like to leave that out. And then a lot of these Valentines, like this came from my friend Kayla and Penny, and this is from my friend Jean E. I believe this is from Jean E. This I actually made, and it's a hymn song. He loved me, mercy, how I knew him, and all my love was due him. Who remembers that hymn? This came from either Penny and Kayla or Jean. Same with this. This is actually from my mom's, well, the backside's not there anymore, but it was actually something my mama had. I think she had it in one of her journals. And this is from an estate sale as well. So I love all of this. It's so pretty. I love Valentine's Day. And then down here, I thought it would be fun to change out. I have several children's books that are Valentines. Freckles and Willie was one of my daughter Haley's favorites. There's Clifford's Valentines, a chocolate mousse by Fred Gwynn. There's Happy Valentine's Day with Curious George, the Valentine cat. And then this is one, I can't remember if it was this year, last year or the year before. My husband Darren made this for me. And then I recently I already have this book, but somehow I got a second one. They sent me the wrong book, but I love the graphics on it, and it's a first edition. So I just added the red and decided I would leave it out. So that is the entryway for Valentine's. Welcome to my living room. This is one of Jimmy's favorite spots. And even though it has sweaters on it, it's pink. So I like the blanket out for Valentine's Day. And it's also Jimmy approved, it appears. I will give you a little bit of an overview and then we can do some close-ups. There's Lexi May. That's her favorite corner of the couch. And usually Mika's right there, but she's outside right now enjoying some sunshine. And that quilt I got at an estate sale. I just love it. I buy them to sell in my shop, but sometimes I just can't. This is actually a lace tablecloth or table runner, and it's from Amazon, and it's a light pink. Comes in other colors, but I love the pink. And I'll stand back here and then we can go a little bit closer. There's a mirror. But this is just one of my little curio cabinets. I like collecting little houses and seashells, and I'm a magpie. And if you like my stuff, you're a magpie too. We like all kinds of things. This little vanity mirror in pink came from eBay, and I did not paint it because I knew I was going to use it for Valentine's because it's a heart mirror. But I didn't realize how perfectly I would love it until I got it. This couple, wedding topper from the 1950s, I got at, let's fix the leaf. It came from Blue Bicycle Antique Shop here in Fayetteville. And at an estate sale, I bought a whole basket of vintage photos, and this was one I kept for myself. Then the little Cupid came from eBay. And the gloves and pearls came from an estate sale. And this little crown is actually, I made it out of a toilet paper roll. Just used some mirror paint and some glitter and then cut some words out of a hymnal that I thought reflected Valentine's Day and glued them on with Mod Podge. Mod Podge? Mod Podge. I always call it the wrong thing, but the two embroidered hearts my friend Penny sent me. And this beautiful, it's a sugar shaker. And look at the detailing. That came from either an antique shop or an estate sale. I honestly don't remember. But when they're that detailed, I can't say no, because that's just gorgeous. And another heart that I made with the hymn Love Lifted Me and some rusty safety pins. And then I believe this piece, yeah, this came out of my mom's journal, and it was a card sent to her by her stepmother. So I thought it was beautiful, so I saved it to use. And this is a music box sent to me by my friend Marnie. And this I bought off eBay. This, I'm not sure where I got it, but I love that it's so close to Valentine's Day and the little writing on it. These are children's gloves from an estate sale. The padlock, I'm not sure where I got that from. Then this sweet little girl my friend Marnie sent me for my birthday last year. And this little girl, I bought her on eBay, and I bought her on eBay. I might have bought all three of those on eBay, but I love all the little girls. Aren't they so sweet? It's like versions of me for Valentine's Day. Then up here we have butter pats that are red transferware. I'll try and carefully lift one up so you can see that. But isn't that amazing? I just love them. And then these are little heart ornaments I got on Amazon. And these, I think, are supposed to be like candle sconces, but I love them as little miniature cloches for my butter pats. So, and then we have a dresser drawer, like a sewing drawer. And I love the green color of it, but that's this little vignette. Then over here, this is also another runner from Amazon. They have some really good runners. I mean, I do find stuff at estate sales, but Valentine's has been a bit harder for me to find. So we have this little vignette. I should have put something on the TV that was Valentine-y, but oh well, it is what it is. The red bench came from a thrift store when I went to visit my friend Marnie in Kearney, but I think we got it at a thrift store, an antique shop in Grand Island. And my friend Penny sent me the rose heart. And then this is just a little easel that I put dark antiquing wax on from Hobby Lobby. And then the little wood Valentine is from Amazon. And these are all vintage books from estate sales with some velvet ribbon from Amazon. The paper hearts are also from Amazon. And this is a yearbook from 1967, the year I was born. I got this dish at an estate sale. And then these are tags I got off Amazon. And then I just stamped different Valentine words on there and put some darkening wax on it to kind of age them. So I thought that was kind of fun. And this, I just recently got this and it looks amazing. I kind of want to bake my way through it. Everything in here is a yes, please. So I'm going to be doing some baking. But that's on our TV stand. And I leave this side open because can't block the television, you know. I still love being able to see touch of the holidays on it. Then we'll come back over to this side. Jimmy's still there, just changed positions a little bit, get more cozy. But up here is my peg rack. Oh goodness, they're twisting on me. So here's my peg rack for Valentine's. And this thing that you saw me playing with, these are actually quilted hearts that the quilt was made by my grandmother Alberta from feed grain sacks, like how long ago. And it was starting to be damaged, so my mom took it apart and actually made all these little hearts. And I don't remember if it was attached like this by her. I think it was. So I just leave it like that and use it for Valentine's Day. I love it. And then these are some books my friend Charlia sent me. And then this is a basket I got off eBay. And then pinned, this is a pin. It's actually a pin if you can see it. And I believe I got that at an estate sale, but I thought it would look cute on the basket. These are faux ranunculus from Amazon. And then there's some more of those heart ornaments from Amazon. And this wire heart came from an estate sale. And this came from an Etsy shop. Isn't it cute? I love that all so much. To me, having all the roses and flowers right now, it's kind of like a sneak peek of spring to come. Then on this end table, this did come from an estate sale, as well as the cute little Dutch couple. There we go, get them to come into view. And then this wooden Valentine came from Amazon. And the little Valentine card came from my friend Jean E. And then that's an oil can with a clip. The oil can came from an estate sale. As did this nice, beautiful rose trinket box. Come from an estate sale as well. Oh, I got some Lexi pebbles on there. She has a tendency to like to bring the litter box with her wherever she goes. Speaking of, there she is. Lexi, kiki. The pillow covers, those came from Amazon. And I love how they look old and vintage, but also give that hint of Valentine's with the little tiny embroidered hearts. And that's Lexi's spot to lay on with her butt resting on the pillow. Then over here on the coffee table, I try not to put too much on here because don't want it to block the television, but plus I like it on the tray so we can just pick it up and move it if we need to. This beautiful piece came from Habitat for Humanity, and that's more of those Amazon like little retro Mercury hearts. And then the apothecary cloche, which by the way is Dusti, came from an estate sale. This is one of those like cordial glasses. It came from an estate sale. I like to use them to hold my matches, and then on the bottom I can put the striker. This came from an estate sale. I turned it into a candle. Isn't that creamer just beautiful? I'm assuming it came from an estate sale. I just love all the roses on it. Then over here, I like to change the little ephemera. So we have a lady with her cats, Ace of Hearts, some Betsy Clark, a little lovely couple, another couple. So I like to change those out. And if you've watched my videos before home tours, you know I have this glass table. The reflection's terrible, so I'll do what I can to show you the inside because it's a little tricky, so we'll see what we can do. A bunch of silverware there, which I absolutely love, old tarnished silverware. And then there's a little coin purse from an estate sale. Some Valentine cards. A little heart for the 14th, Valentine's Day. It's my birthday. It's my niece Brooke's birthday. It was my grandma Fern's birthday. And it was my best friend's Marnie, her husband's birthday. So lots of Valentine birthdays, which is crazy to me. Then this is just an old beauty jar. And this recently came from an estate sale. I know it's more of a like collectible, but I love the old look of the shoe. I thought it was cool. So that's what's in there. Here is our dining room. And as you can see, I am a maximalist and I love gallery walls. But I'm also celebrating Valentine's, so lots of Valentine in here. This shelf is fun to decorate, but it's also kind of awkward to decorate. I believe it was a handmade piece because I've never seen anything like it. And we bought it at Vintage Market Days in Raleigh. I say we as if Haley and I bought it together, but I bought it when I was with Haley at Vintage Market Days. On this side, I have a little Cupid. She's actually one of those mystery boxes. And Koopy, I thought she was kind of funny. Then we have a little Beatrix Potter with a little pink bow. And this one I actually made. Matter of fact, I made it just like a few hours ago with some beautiful lace that my friend Jean sent me. And then there's a rusty safety pin and a rusty bell. And the heart is just some leftover heart pieces I had. Or heart pieces, fabric pieces from quilting. So I saw the idea on Pinterest and thought, I can copy that. I have all this stuff. And then here's a little Holly Hobby Girl in pink with her little sweet kitty. And then I recently got this at, I think, Habitat, because I like the little bear with the little hearts. And then we have some chocolate cookbooks and some more toilet paper crowns. That's about the way I could afford to have a crown, made out of toilet paper rolls. Then I think this is an ornament, but I'm treating it like it's for Valentine's Day. I think it came from an estate sale. This came from eBay. Isn't she beautiful? And this teeny tiny purse came from an estate sale, as well as this primitive, I don't know what it is, but this came from an estate sale. And then this is a wooden Valentine from Amazon. Another eBay. And another wooden Amazon Valentine that I put some glitter ribbon on. And then over here's one of my curio cabinets. And we'll get a close up, but I love it. Love it, love it. So this came from Goodwill online. You can shop Goodwill online and bid like eBay. The matches came from an estate sale. They're fireplace matches. And then my 2 ironstone pitchers, I love them, with some faux flowers from eBay. I mean, Amazon. Everything's from, in my house, is estate sales, thrift stores, Amazon, and eBay. Many, many wonderful friends. So these are actually home interior. I remember my mother having them, so that's one of the reasons I wanted them. I found them on eBay. The dish, I believe, is from eBay, as well as this dish. This one is from an estate sale, and this one, I believe, is from my friend Penny. So there's that shelf. And we have this one. And I believe the bingo card is from my friend Carol, My Blessed Nest. And another Ace of Hearts. I guess it's not Ace, Deuce of Hearts. This little thing is a pencil sharpener, and it came from Coupe de Ville. This came from an estate sale. That one came from either eBay or an estate sale. And then this one came from Liberty Antique Festival. They have it twice a year, but I guess next spring, or this spring of 2026, is the last time they're having it. My friend Michaela from Dear Michaela sent me this beautiful frame. It has our kitties in it. I love all these floral Bavarian plates. They are my favorite. This one came from an estate sale, I believe, or eBay. I don't recall which. Then that came off of eBay. Look at the detail on that plate. Just stunning. And then this plate, I believe, if I can get past the kitties here, I believe I bought it from my friend Charlia, because she has had a vintage booth in Florida, and some Valentine kitties, and that dish came from either an estate sale or a thrift store. And the creamer and sugar, believe it or not, these are from Amazon. Aren't those a great reproduction? I love all the rose dishes. All the color, all the detail, just gorgeous. Over here is my Hoosier. Wanted one forever and found one at Cotton Exchange, which sadly no longer exists. Quick detour though, we're gonna show you my ephemera over here. I love this old clothes hanger to change out into ephemera. So this one is a piece, I believe, that I found a long time ago. It was written to somewhere by myself, because that's my handwriting. I think I sent it to my mama. This is from either Penny or Jean E. Some more heart playing cards. Again, from Penny or Jean E. Same with this one. Then that's one I made from a wooden heart from Amazon. Same with that one from Penny or Jean E. I don't remember which. Another wooden heart that I made from Amazon. And another bingo card from my friend Carol. But I love those. And then over here is the Hoosier. Let's start at the top here. So the February pillow, I found it in an estate sale. I also found one for September, but I forgot to use it this year. The Better Homes is my mama's. And then there's a shop here, maker here in Fayetteville, Rabbit Hollow Prims on eBay, or excuse me, Etsy, that does primitive. And so that's a primitive of my cat Lenny, but it also works for Jimmy because they're both orange kitties. Some of my old Bible collection. We counted a while back and we have 50 some old Bibles. And then that is my sweet mama and my brother when he was about, probably close to 9 months old. And then that's just a print I found on Pinterest. And we have some more of the paper hearts up there. I love them. I said I would never do a tree except for Christmas, but then I saw Valentine trees and kind of fell in love. So this one I found at, I think it was at Target, and the lights are from Amazon. But all the ornaments are from Amazon, but these I actually enhanced with some red tinsel garland. So if I ever find some old vintage Valentine ornaments, then I'll use those. All these creamers came from estate sales. I love that with all the roses, just beautiful. I don't know, made in Bavaria. If it's made in Bavaria, I am all over it because I just love the detailing. And then I love this one, that it's not smooth, that it's got the relief. That's from Amazon. This is from a thrift store. Another wooden heart that I decorated. This is from an estate sale with my kitty. And then another estate sale with the hearts. I mean, how perfect is that? I love it. Then I believe this is a Hershey cookbook. And that looks yummy. Another heart I decorated. And then I'm just using a variety of vintage handkerchiefs as the runners underneath that are Valentine. This cool thing came from Amazon. It's a reproduction. That tin I got off eBay and I love it. Some dried roses and old cookbooks, and then a bunch of little vintage Bibles and even a couple of devotionals. And there we have a Lori Mitchell. I had to have her for my birthday. She's so cute. And I love the old clocks. Some of them work, some of them don't. I don't care. I love them. You decorate how you want. That's the whole joy of decorating. Decorate with what brings you joy. In this corner, we have the peg rack and another curio cabinet. And I will show you close-ups of both. The Be My Valentine sign came from an Etsy shop a couple of years ago. And then the twine and ribbon, velvet ribbon, those just came off of, well, I think this one I bought an estate sale, but the other three came off of Amazon. The scissors are old scissors from an estate sale. And then this is a Cadbury chocolate cookbook from 1980. And then some hearts and another little heart wreath. And I love these. I didn't realize my friend Jean E had some of these. I just think they're the coolest thing, these lady brooms. I'd like to get another one for there so that I can fill it all the way across. But I haven't committed myself to buying one. I think they're so gorgeous. Then down here, I love this. I just think it's so cute, old paper mache egg. And then this is just an heart pillow on the other side. I can use it for 4th of July. And then I bought this, I believe, on eBay. Actually, that might be Temu, when I used to shop Temu a long time ago. This came from an estate sale. And this also, I believe, came from an estate sale. But love them. Then we have the curio over here. And on top, I have a couple of hearts from my friend Penny. And this kitty cat pillow, isn't that beautiful? It's from my friend Tiffany, the Cranky Queen. She has a booth in Alabama, I believe. I'll find the information and link it. The house is from an estate sale. I think it's supposed to go outside, but I like it inside. Then we have this shelf. And that plate is Bavarian from eBay. Isn't it stunning? Oh my gosh, I just love those Bavarian dishes. I believe this one is from an estate sale. Some more red and white transferware, and I'm not sure where I got that. The 1 and 4 came from my friend Penny, and this is just a wooden easel from Hobby Lobby. I put some darkening wax on. The Snoopy Valentine plate is from eBay. I do have a lot of rose plates, but I love them. This is my mama and my dad on Valentine's Day in 1964 when they got engaged. And then this is from my friend Charlia. And I think that one might be too. She has found some gorgeous dishes. We have a couple more beautiful teacups and saucers. And that one I think came from eBay as well. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to recall all this. Then on this shelf, I think that's got to be one of my favorite plates. It came from eBay, but I just, oh my goodness, the detail, the beauty and precision, just amazing. I'm not sure where I got that one. The card came from my friend Penny. And that's my mom and dad again on Valentine's Day when they got engaged. Then this came from an estate sale. And I believe that did as well, or a thrift shop. I'm not sure which. But I love all the rose dishes. Give me all of them. I love them. Beautiful. Here is my dining room table. It's probably one of the times it's been a little less busy compared to normal. I just scattered some Valentines all around it. These little wooden ones are to make a garland from Amazon. And then the other paper ones came from my friends Penny and Jean E. And I'm just gonna kind of go around and then I'll come back and show you a little bit closer. But if you've seen any of my tablescapes, this one's a little bit more simple for me, but I also kind of love that about it. So this tier tray, it's for like tea parties. My daughter Callie gave me for my birthday 2 or 3 years ago, and I love it. Then on the top you can see I put all of my Valentine kitties that I have collected. And they may not necessarily be Valentines, but a lot of them are. I just think they're so sweet. Be my kitten. Isn't that cute? And those blue eyes. I love this one. I love you. We have a little sweet couple. And another kitty and a heart. Then this is some more faux ranunculus and roses from Amazon. And then I filled it with some more Valentine handkerchiefs. The wreath is actually from Home Goods, and it's supposed to be hanging up. You can see the hole here. But I thought, how pretty is it on the dining room table as a centerpiece? So I don't care if that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way I wanted to use it. But you can see all the handkerchiefs and all the different Valentine colors. Then my friend from My Blessed Nest, my friend Carol, sent me that for Christmas. And it's so sweet. I love it. Reminds me of Betsy Clark and Holly Hobby. So that is my Valentine's table. Welcome to my Valentine kitchen. I have some touches and I will share them with you. If you watched one of my earlier videos, I found this at a thrift store for $1. It's probably from Dollar Tree, but I don't care, it's just kind of fun. And then I recently found this at an estate sale. It's supposed to be for a desk, but I don't care. And I added some heart cookie cutters. And then over here we have my peg rack. This recently came from a thrift shop. Some more of the wooden hearts I made. This came from Amazon. Isn't it adorable? I don't know where I found this. And these are actually Christmas ornaments, but I figured with the red and white they were perfect. I believe that came from Temu. And then I like to change my butter dishes for the holidays. So this is my one for Valentine's. Also changed my spoon rest. So figured the red cardinals would be perfect. Then we have this over here on top of my bread box. This is a Christmas ornament, and I may have actually used it to Christmas, I just moved it. And this 14 heart sign came from my friend Penny. And then this is from Cracker Barrel, salt and peppers, and I just love it. I love how old-fashioned it is. I love that it has the chicken on it. Rooster reminds me of my mama. Plus the red and white, I figure how perfect. And then I don't know where this came from, but I just thought it'd be fun to stick on there. So there you go. Then over here on the island, again, I try and keep it limited to just a tray that I can move if I need the island. This candle, if you like Swiss cake rolls, go to Walmart and buy it. It's like $7 and it smells amazing. The picture came from my friend Penny and the flowers came from my friend Marnie. Aren't they amazing that they're crocheted? I just love them. And then this little dish is where I put my rings when I bake. Came from eBay. The tray itself, you can't see it because it's got papers on it, but maybe you can see it on the other side. But anyway, it's inlay and it's brass, and I got that at an estate sale. There's an itty bitty red Bible under a cloche, and it does have words and stuff in it, so it's super cool. Nice big flower frog. More of my heart cards. This came out of my mom's journal. I don't know, probably can't see the inlay because it's all covered, but. And then we have some more Valentines. And this is, I don't know if this is a shot glass or what, but I like it for my matches. So there is the little pop of Valentines on our island in the kitchen. And over here, I used to have cookbooks and stuff over here, but now it's changed over to decor. I'm gonna step back so you can see the garland up there. We have more of the paper hearts. And then we also have some felt hearts and envelopes. That garland is actually from Target. And then this beautiful red cake pan is from Penny and Kayla. And I thought, how cool would it be to decorate with that? So I added a ribbon and decorated with it. Love it. Look at our catio. Love it. Can't wait to see spring out there. Here is my little vignette over here. And there you go. I love you to the thrift store and back, which is a lot because I love thrift stores. I have that little scale I got at, I believe, an estate sale. And then that is from a primitive shop, the little kitty cat. And this is from an estate sale. There's my precious Lenny. This was from friends of mine on Instagram when he passed away. Almost all of the rolling pins came from antique stores and estate sales. This green house, let's see, there we go, opens that way. That came from an estate sale. And then it's just full of some old cake pans and baking dishes that are heart-shaped. And of course, gotta have Valentine's Day. The candy tin is from eBay. And some more baking books. Look at that chocolate. Yes, please. Some more playing cards and a flower frog and a Valentine card. And the little heart guy, the little goofy guy is from my husband for Christmas. These tins came from eBay as well. And then the spoons, I believe, are from my friend Penny. More faux flowers from Amazon. And that is me on my Valentine birthday. I think I was 2. And then this is full of cookie cutters. This came from eBay, as did this kitty cat heart-shaped tin. And this came from an estate sale. So there's this little nod to Valentine's with chocolate and baking, my favorite things, and kitty cats. Actually, all my favorite things: chocolate, baking, cats, and books. So there you go. And over here is one of my, it used to not have anything on either side. And then I got this tapestry at a thrift store and I loved it so much I had to add it. I knew it was going here as soon as I saw it, but then felt like I need to have some stuff over here. So I bought this for myself. And then this is from my friend Kayla, as well as the Funky Kitty. So I love them. They're all off Etsy. And then we have some roosters and hens. Always makes me think of my mama. Speaking of, that's her recipe for Impossible Pumpkin Pie, decoupaged onto the rolling pin. And then we have some candy. Got to have conversation hearts and chocolate. And this, I think, came from Etsy. And then some just red tea towels from Amazon. So there is our Valentine kitchen. It's funny, when we got our kitchen, I never wanted to have an island, and now I love it. Here is our library. And the fireplace. I love it. I'll get closer here in a moment. Touches of Valentine's in here. Well, let's start over there. And then we'll work our way to the fireplace. So this is a Balik vase that I bought from my friend Carol, My Blessed Nest. And some faux roses off Amazon. Don't they look like dried real roses? Amazing. Then the dish, I believe, is from an estate sale. But this is, I want to say, eBay or Amazon. And it's cast iron and it's heavy. Then this gravy boat is from an estate sale. Let's see if I can tip it a little bit so you can see. Look at the detailing on it. And then all these little scissors came from estate sales. And these pins came from estate sale. And then a cloche. I honestly don't remember where I got the big cloche. The candlestick holder is from an estate sale. And then the table is actually a window that we had, an old shed we tore down, and Darren saved it for me so I could make it into a table. And I love it. And then my beautiful Christmas angel from Darren and Penny. Some more quilts that I just love. And then I found this teddy bear at a thrift store. And this one came from an estate sale, and I just changed its ribbon so it's red. And it's kind of smushed up here because Jimmy likes to lay up here by the bears. Now we'll come closer and look at the fireplace. I know it's kind of busy, but I also really love it. Try and make it a little bit different every year. So we have, I believe, another ironstone picture. This one is like the kind they use for florals, so it's newer, but I just love the patterns on it and how it's white. All the flowers are from Amazon. Even these paper roses are from Amazon. This little girl is from eBay. And then the candlesticks, should turn you so you can see the pattern. They are actually from Goodwill online. Sometimes you can find really good deals online. My friend Tanya from A Little Bit of Sass, A Little Bit of Charm and a Whole Lot of Sass, I believe is her channel. She's the one that kind of tipped me to shopping on Goodwill online. The metal sign, I don't remember where I got that from. The little oil lamp is from an estate sale, and the hearts are from an eBay or an Etsy shop. That's a primitive shop. Some milk glass from an estate sale. And that's the top of the fireplace. Velvet ribbon. It's like my black one I had at Halloween, but it's a burgundy and it's from Michael's. Then all of this garland, I believe these were from Walmart, as well as the Be My Valentine banner is from Walmart. Then these big ones here, this is from Amazon, and more of the paper ones from Amazon. So I just stuck up as much garland as I could without it being too muddy. But I love how it just is a wonderful nod to Valentine's Day. And the last thing on the Valentine tour is this heart. I wouldn't call it a wreath, but it was a candy box. And then these are roses from Amazon. It was a box of 25. So I glued them around the edge. And then some more of the wooden hearts with glitter. And then the love is a piece of a page of a hymnal. And that's probably one of my favorite things for Valentine's. I love it. Well, there you go, Magpies. That's my Valentine home. And I just wanted to close out with the best Valentine of all. The best Valentine of all, I even have a red Bible. And in 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 7, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way and is not irritable or resentful. Does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. So there, my friend, is the best Valentine of all, is love. And if you know love and you know God, then what more could you ask for Valentine's Day? So thanks for joining me, friends, and I hope you come back. Happy Valentine's Day, Magpies. Happy treasure hunting. I'm not off to a good start. Let's try this again. Bah! For heaven's sakes. I swear I'm gonna glue that down. Bah! Hi, Jimmy. Hi, baby. Hi to my boy. Hi, Kiki.